Democratic presidential candidates raked in millions of dollars in the first 3 months of 2019 as independent Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont took an early lead in candidate fundraising. Sanders' campaign on Tuesday announced a mammoth fundraising haul of $18.2 million raised in the first 41 days since officially kicking off his 2020 presidential run in mid-February. He ended March with $28 million in cash on hand, which includes money he started with prior to his. Sanders, who is running for president as a Democrat, has been a prolific fundraiser of small-dollar donations since his insurgent 2016 presidential bid. And his fundraising has given him an early financial advantage over his dozen or so primary opponents in the 2020 race. Sanders raised nearly $6 million in the first 24 hours of his current campaign, with his staff emphasizing that the average donation was $27. In the first 6 weeks of his campaign, about 525,000 individual donors contributed with an average donation of $20. Still, most candidates have yet to announce their first quarter fundraising hauls with a deadline of April 15 to file their reports. But other candidates whose fundraising has also been fueled by small contributions have also given a peek at their numbers. Senator Kamala Harris of California brought in $12 million in the first 3 months of the year. Her campaign said 98% of contributions were less than $100. Harris raised $6 million in online donations, which amounted to $28 in average donations. Harris' campaign says it has received 218,000 individual contributions, but the number of unique donors could end up being smaller than that figure. South Bend, Indiana, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, a dark horse candidate who has gained recent momentum, announced he raised $7 million from 158,550 individual donors in the first fundraising quarter. The Democratic National Committee instituted a fundraising and polling policy that outlines who can qualify for Democratic primary debates. Candidates can qualify by raising money from a minimum of 65,000 individual donors or by receiving at least 1% of support in 3 primary polls. The first primary debate will be held from June 26 to 27 in Miami,